July 4th, 2016. Happy Independence Day, not only to everyone here in the U.S., but also to you guys in Britain. It's not the exact day. It's a couple of weeks earlier, but you had your own version of the Boston Tea Party. Maybe it will hold up. I noticed Mr. Farage dropped out of politics. He said he dropped out of the UKIP party, I think is what it's called. Said his work was done. He was a businessman. He got into it 15 or 20 years ago, and just to free Britain from the Eurozone. Now, it's an interesting play because he may be positioning himself for prime minister, which I don't think he would have a real hard time getting it. But we'll see how that plays out. What you're looking at here is a cover sheet for a press release about the Cleveland Convention coming up in 14 days. It could be a week of infamy. But you notice you've got City of Cleveland, the top star on the left, Secret Service, and that was who really led the press conference and put everything into place. They emphasized in the meeting that I saw, the Secret Service, again, they led this thing, and they talked about their job was to make it safe for everyone, citizens, protesters, candidates, delegates, the entire area. Now, the maps are showing, and this is part of that press release, in the red you've got road closures for the Republican National Convention. Traffic restricted areas are in the more or less dotted red line. And in the meeting they talked about there would be areas like that were open to pedestrian traffic, just not motor vehicles. Then the tan areas are the RNC security zones you see way over by the lakefront, but Quicken Loans Arena, where the blue area is the location. Now that river that you see coming through there goes right out into the lake. All of this is going to be under Coast Guard security. And they have created not only in the river, you see the dotted red lines there, guys, but outside the offshore there. But the two blue box zones called Zone 6 and Zone 5 are set aside for protest areas. So if you got a boat, you want to go out there and protest, maybe the weather will be favorable for you. It's kind of funny, but that's what those are. But it says the following traffic restrictions will begin 11 p.m. on Saturday, July 16th. Remember, the convention doesn't start till the 18th, but they'll have 2 days to put everything in place. But you're going to be affected at that time, whether you live there or you are going there. And they will remain in effect until Friday, July 22nd. So you got 6 days. It says East 9th Street is northbound only from Prospect Avenue to the Cleveland Memorial. And guys, that gives you the information. You can pause it, especially the people that live there, because it's probably going to be a nightmare if you think about it. But now, again, the convention starts on the 18th, but here on the 16th, this is when the security zones are going to be set up all the way into the next Friday on the 22nd. Now, the reason I'm covering this, and I covered it on the video, we talked about crowd control. It was kind of a long video, but you can go back and check it out from a week or so ago. We talked about different things. We talked about planned chaos, because every convention we've seen and every speech that we've seen, especially Donald Trump's, not enough people go to Hillary Clinton's to really start anything, but Donald Trump's, there's always problems every time. So this could be a really major issue, especially lasting 6 days. Remember the video we did about DeRay McKesson, one of the Black Lives Matter leaders? Now let me say this, guys. Black lives do matter. But sometimes when you have special interest money like Soros and Clinton Foundation that puts these organizations together, they're not always what they appear to be. They're not always in your best interests. But they were hacked. And his Twitter account, everything was taken off. But the hackers released some of the information back up. And you're seeing a conversation between DeRay and Janetta Elzy, also a member or participant of Black Lives Matter. But she is saying, have you spoken with Ms. Lynch recently about the plan for the summer and fall leading up to the elections? He replies, "We spoke 2 weeks ago and they want us to start really pushing how racist Trump is now, instead of waiting so the others can start getting the protesters ready to shut both conventions down." Says we have to make sure that we use our voices to keep people disrupting Trump all summer and through the fall so martial law can be declared before the election goes on so that Obama can remain in office. Now, there's no way to prove this article. We talked about it in a video before, and it was widely spread. The hack is well known, that's for sure. It's mainstream, but some of this information is not. But it really got around, and it's very concerning. It says if we can get both conventions shut down for messing over Bernie and for having racist Trump, then get martial law declared so Obama can stay in office, we will win. Call you soon when I get to my dad's house. Now, that's concerning because every public speech, every rally, we have seen fights, chaos, traffic blocked, anti-protesters, protesters clashing, mainly paid protesters, again by these special interest money groups. So many of them are coming off Craigslist ads for $100 a day, don't even know why they're there. They give them a few words to say. Now, this is the cover sheet for the press release for the city of Cleveland for the Republican National Convention coming up in 14 days. Guys, 14 days, and things could happen that could change this country. And I don't say that lightly, but remember what I just said. Every rally, everything that's been political this year, especially because they hate Trump. There's been fights, protesters arrested, again, highways blocked, people chaining themselves together in Phoenix, if you remember. But this cover sheet, top star is Secret Service. It goes through the FBI, Coast Guard, the FEMA, everybody's there. Police, National Park Service, and last but not least, the sewer department is listed there too. Now, it's important to pay attention to this because if they do create a lot of chaos, then who knows what will happen with the elections and who knows what type of security will be put in place. And how, because if it goes into place, if there's security brought into place, then how long will it stay? Will it be there forever? And my point is this: if they can create enough chaos there to where possibly the National Guard, who's listed on that cover sheet, if you look at it, will be called in. Now, seeing around the YouTube and other places that of a lot of military movement and stuff like that, guys, don't know. And some of it was UN-based troop carriers, tanks, things like that. Now, I know we manufacture a lot of that and ship it, but it's just been a lot of it going on. So what will happen here? Is this the plan? Is this how it's going to go down? If that's what they're going to do, you've got 6 days here of chaos, and that's what I'm going to call it, because it could very well turn into that because there's so much money behind the protesters. And remember, the judge that Bill Clinton appointed stepped in after Cleveland had set up certain areas to keep people apart. But Bill Clinton's judge in the earlier video came in and said that's unconstitutional. You have to let these people get together. Think about that. There's another point. They're pushing for this chaos. It's the only way they can defeat Trump. They're lying about the polls through their teeth. A lot of the mainstream news agencies, not all, are so pro-Clinton that you cannot stand to watch the lies anymore. They are embarrassing themselves. I know that the newscasters are talking heads that are paid and they have to do exactly what they're told or they're out the door and they got bills to pay. But you can't listen to it anymore. It is unbelievable. The censorship that's going down, if you talk about Hillary Clinton on social media is getting tighter by the day. I promise you that. But guys, let's keep an eye on this, because you've got this 6 days, and then in the same month of July, this month, you go into the Democratic convention, I think in Philadelphia. Same type situation, but we may not make it through the RNC. And I'm not just coming up with that because every rally we've seen, there's been problems. And this is going to be major. It's a major convention that they're going to throw every protester, every dollar they've got into disrupting these things. So heads up, be safe.